All right, so, oh my God, we got a little dog. Hold up. Look at that guy. He's so cute, little scrappy guy. All right, so one of the biggest questions I get asked all the time, and I've put a lot of thought into this, and I've been trying to figure out how to answer this in a video for a long time, and I'm going to do the best I can. This is a very hard topic to answer, but the question is, am I ready for the next bike? Am I ready for the next class of bike? Am I ride this? Am I ready for that? I've ridden this for X length of time. Am I ready for this? And the honest answer to that is that I can't tell you the answer to that. I cannot answer that question for you. And I'm gonna do a cop-out here, but the only honest answer that anyone can give you is to throw another question at you. And I think there's two ways you could word this question. And it's going to be, are you confident in your ability with that bike? Okay. Am I confident, or are you, I guess we're talking to ourselves, right? Am I confident in my ability to ride this machine? The answer to that is yes. Okay. Next question, and this is the one I think is probably a little more realistic to ask yourself. Am I scared of this bike? Am I scared of the thought of owning a 600? Am I scared of the thought of owning the 1000, sitting on the 1000, riding the 1000? No matter what you come from, no matter what you're riding, no matter what your skill level, if the answer to that question is yes, I am scared to ride this bike, yes, I am scared to own this bike, don't buy the bike. I think it comes down, it's that simple. You cannot be scared of a bike. Never buy a bike that you're scared of. You will hate it. You will be stuck in this almost paralysis of paranoia every time you're on the bike. You're going to be terrified of dropping it. You're going to be terrified of accidentally gassing it too much. You're going to be terrified of accidentally losing the tires, of breaking traction, whatever. Best bike is going to be the one that you are confident you can ride. I can't tell you because you rode a 300 that you can get on a 1000 after, you know, whatever. I don't care if you've ridden a 300 for 5 years and you are a track day god. If the thought of a 1000 scares you, don't buy the 1000, man. It's not going to be fun for you. And of course you'll warm up to it over time, but like most things, I think there's just kind of an innate level of panic slash fear that some people have that they're never going to be able to get over on some of the bigger, more aggressive machines. That might be you, and that's fine. There's no reason to own one of these machines. There's no reason to be the guy that owns the 1000. There's no benefit to owning the 1000 other than you feel cool and you get to watch more money get burned on a yearly basis. I don't know if you can ride the 600. I don't know if you can ride the 1000. Ask yourself honestly, am I scared of the 600? Am I scared of the 1000? Am I confident that I can ride that bike the way that I know will need to be ridden? And I'm going to throw in another little note here. Online, where some of the online communities are the worst places on the entire planet to ask this question. If you come across anyone who ever tells you there is some weird parameter to make it where you are allowed to own or ride that bike, that there are stepping stones that are needed to where you can own that bike, you're talking to a crab in a bucket. I promise you, you're talking to a crab in a bucket. And the reason, and this is my theory on this anyway, guys that have this mindset that you need to be you need to hit first place in a Group B track day before you can go from a 300 up to a 600, that you need this, you need to be able to pull a 50-meter stoppie like Top Rack before you are able to, own a 600, that you need to be able to trail brake all the way through, that you need to have X skill before you can own Y. These are people that have this, what I'm talking about is when they think of riding a 1600, riding a 600, riding a 1000, riding that bigger bike, they're terrified of the thought. they are never going to own one of those bikes, and what they're going to do is they're going to come up with these weird parameters to keep you from owning one of those bikes. They're insecure about the fact that they're scared of those bikes, so they create these weird little sets of rules to justify to themselves and try to impose on others that that's what's needed to be able to ride one of the bikes. That if you ride a 1000 and you don't have, you know, again, let's say the track day thing, if you're not a Group B rider but you ride a 1000 on the street, you have no right riding that bike. You're just riding it under the bike's capability, blah 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 blah. You know, it's not going to be fun, it's not going to be this, whatever. They're crabs in a bucket, man. You have to watch out for that when you're looking and you're talking about anything that comes to a financial, right? Because the bigger the bike, the more expensive the bike. People get jealous knowing that that is something you can afford and they cannot. That's just an absolute undeniable fact. You know, and that's, consider that when you're reading some of these replies. This is a crab in a bucket trying to keep you from the bike that you want / you feel perfectly fine in. You'll very, very rarely run into people that will tell you that type of stuff in person, because you can see on their face the disdain that they have for you being confident in riding that. They can't hide it in person. This is something that is almost strictly online. The more that you hang around bikes, the more that you hang around riders, you're going to notice that that is an internet folktale of you need to be able to do this to ride this. Reality is, are you scared of the bike? If you're not scared of the bike, if you're confident in your ability to get on that bike and control it and have fun with it and not be scared, get the bike. You're ready. There's no set time limit, there's no mileage, there's no track day, you know, minimum track days, there's no max lean angle that's needed, there's no ability to do a wheelie, there's no necessary trail braking skill, there's no necessary whatever, there's no parameters. The guy that is on a 1000 that's confident is going to do better and be a safer rider than the guy that's on a 300 and is terrified of everything around him. Okay? Just food for thought there. So that's my answer to that question. And I'm not talking down on anyone in my comments who's ever asked me that. This isn't to, you know, disparage anyone who's asked that. That's just legitimately the best answer I feel like I can give you. So actually, you know what, I should go right. Yep, I should go right. Whoops, I'm probably stuck here, aren't I? Well, I'll probably be stuck at this light. Hope this helps you kind of reframe the question to yourself and think about some of the stuff you may have read online. Guys that have been riding for a long time, let me know if you agree or disagree. And yeah, thank you.